Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be the reading vlog for Spooktober. I did post a TBR video which explained all the prompts, all the books that I'm going to read. If you want to watch that first and then come back here, then it'll just make a little bit more sense. In summary, Spooktober is a readathon that goes from the 1st to the 31st of October. It is currently the 20th of October, so I've left it extremely late. But I am planning on reading 5 books, one for each of the 5 prompts, and I've also got to read another book in order to read one of the books on my prompt list because it's a book in a series. So it's currently the end of the day. I am going to go and have a bath. I'm going to start reading my first book, which is for the Dark Academia prompt, and it's also the group book as well, and that is In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by there we go, In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. I have this on my Kindle, so obviously I've just shown it you. So yeah, I'm really excited for this book. I've heard a lot of good things. I'm excited to actually finally start reading for this readathon. So yeah, I will start reading this and I will let you know when I have an update. It's now the next morning. I'm having a bit of a lazy day, which is why I'm looking a little bit crusty right now. I will get myself together in a few hours, but it's my last day off from work, so I just want to enjoy it, you know? So last night I read up to chapter 5 of In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, which means I'm 13% through. So far I'm really enjoying it. Hi guys, so this is me a few days later. I've just been editing this vlog and I realised that I never actually explained what In My Dreams I Hold a Knife is about. So basically it is an adult mystery thriller book. In the past, at this prestige university, there was this group of friends called the East House 7, and they were really close, they were really tight-knit, until one of the girls in this group is murdered, and it's still an unsolved case 10 years later. So in the present day, which is 10 years later, we're mainly following this girl called Jessica Miller, who was in the East House 7, and she is now like way past this murder. She kind of doesn't really care anymore. There's this reunion going on at the university and she wants to go and be known for being super confident, beautiful, successful. She doesn't want Heather's murder putting a damper on her day, you know. However, Eric, who is Heather's brother, still works at the university, and he decides to take this opportunity where they're all going to be reuniting to basically quiz the other members of the East House 7 about what really happened that night and force them to like spill their darker secrets and yeah, finally find out who killed his sister. So yeah, that's what that book is about. Back to me talking. It's reading a little bit like YA though, and I don't know why. I'm pretty sure this is just an adult book. But yeah, so far the characters just seem very childish, but we shall see. If you know me all, you know that I love like high school, college kind of drama, friendship groups, that kind of situation. I'm pretty sure that this book is that the whole way through, so we love that. I'm gonna do a couple of hours of reading now, and then later I'm going to bake some cookies because we're doing a bake sale at work tomorrow and I need to bring something in. So yeah, I'm gonna bake some cookies, so I'm sure I will show you what they look like. I'm not really a baker, so they'll probably come out looking awful and then I'll feel bad because I'm having to charge people for them tomorrow. But it's going to charity, so it's all good. I'm going to start reading this now. I'll update you when something exciting happens. Hi guys, it's now a couple of days later actually. It is now the 25th of October. I actually had a really busy weekend. I've been working a lot. Basically I haven't had much time for reading. So I'm only 50% through In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, but I am really enjoying it. There's a lot of drama, there's a lot of secrets coming out. I love the university vibes. It makes me wish I was back there. I really like learning about this group of friends and like uncovering what really happened back when they were at uni. I do still think that it reads not a YA because it's kind of dark, but a lot of the characters just speak a little bit young. So in the past they're what, like 18 to 22, and then in the present they're like 32 years old, and I don't know, I feel like I just can't really tell a big difference between them at 32 and them at like 18. There's a lot more romance in here than I expected, and I think that might be what is making me think that it's kind of YA as well, because I don't read a lot of romance. I don't read any romance really. The only time I ever see romance is in like YA books, to be fair, and yeah, there is a lot of romance in this book, but I don't mind it. I'm actually kind of liking it. The only thing I'm not liking is who's involved in the romance, I guess, and the people that it's affected. But we'll see how that pans out. So yeah, I'm like halfway through. I'm hoping to read a big chunk of it today. I'm about to go to work. I've got an hour's break, so hopefully I can read a big chunk of it then. Oh, I'm also listening to the 6th book in the Katarina Diamond detective series on audiobook. I got it from my library, so I'm currently listening to that in preparation to read my book that is to do with Halloween, which is Trick or Treat. I've basically got all week to read, and I can always extend the readathon as much as I want, but yeah. Hi guys, I thought I would give you a little update because it is now 3 days later. Basically I've not really been finding a lot of time to read at the minute because I've been working a lot, and normally I would read on my breaks at work, but because a lot of people have been off that are now back, I've been like catching up with them. I've been on night shifts, and on one of my night shift breaks I slept for the whole hour, so yeah, not really been reading a ton. I have finished book 6 in the Katarina Diamond series on audiobook, so I'm ready to read the 7th one, which is Trick or Treat. I am almost finished with In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. I think I'm like 83%. There's just been a big plot reveal, but there's still 17% of this book left. So I'm thinking that maybe some more things are going to come out, and it might completely change direction again, but we'll see. I like the way that it is being told, because in the present day, we'll find out a secret and then it'll flash back to the past, and we'll follow the character that it's about, and we'll see their point of view, and you know, we'll see all their emotions and what led them to do it. And I just feel like it's really well written, and I'm understanding a lot of why each character is how they are. I also love that we're constantly finding things out. One of my like pet peeves in books is when there's like one big event that is like a secret, or that's like teased the whole time, and it takes you right until the end to find out what happened, and like that's it. Whereas in this one, there's like loads of pieces to the puzzle that are slowly being revealed, but it's enough to keep it fast paced, and it's enough to keep you satisfied. You're not feeling like you're constantly waiting for something to happen or to find something out. So I'm going to finish that damn book today because I feel like I've been reading it forever. Today it's the 28th of October. We're going to have to extend this readathon, guys, but that's fine. I've actually got quite a busy next couple of days too, but I'm now off work until Monday. So it's now what, Thursday? Yeah, I'm off work till Monday. I'm not sure which book to start reading next. I think I might give Tender is the Flesh a go because it's like nearly Halloween. I want to read something like proper horrifying, and I think that will be it. So yeah, I'm going to stop talking now. I will let you know when I finish In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, and let you know my final thoughts. But as of yet, I'm thinking it's really good. It's probably going to be like 4.5 stars, unless the ending can like truly blow me away, and then it'll be like a 5. But we shall see. So yeah, goodbye. So it's now later on, and I have just finished In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. I think that it might be a 5-star book. I'm a bit torn between like a really high 4 and a 5. I feel like it might be a 4.5, but I'm so stingy with my 5 stars. No, I think my 5 stars should be when I'm like pure raving excited about a book, and this one it's close, but I just feel like it's not perfect. So I think I'm gonna go with 4.75. I ended up really liking the ending. I did mention earlier on that I was a bit worried that there was like 17% of the book left, and we'd already like found out what the big reveal was, but there was more to come. I think the only 2 things that let it down from being like a 5-star for me were the like over dramatized bits at times, and like the romance. The next book that I'm going to read is Tender as Flesh because I want to be freaked out. So yeah, I'm going to start that now, and it's only a short one, so I don't think it should take me that long. Hopefully I'll finish it like by tomorrow. I will let you know what I think about that one. Okay, I'm literally like 1 page in, and already I really like the writing style, and I've already highlighted like 2 sentences because I like them so much. So this is a good sign. Okay, I'm so annoying. I'm just editing this vlog, and I realised I also didn't explain the plot of Tender as Flesh. So that's cool. So here I am now to tell you. So Tender as Flesh is a horror fiction kind of book, which is set in a future dystopian society where animals had this like infectious disease, which meant that their meat was then poisonous to humans because humans were missing meat so much, they decided to legalise eating humans instead. We're basically following this guy called Marcos, who works in one of these processing plants which slaughters humans in order for people to eat. Obviously a very grim and disturbing premise. So yeah, back to me explaining what I thought of that book. Hi guys, so I'm gonna do another little update. I'm currently sat on my floor in my room surrounded by crap because I'm currently packing because I'm going to Leeds tonight for Halloween. So it's now the 30th of October and I don't think I've updated you since I started reading Tender as a Flesh. I'm now about 82% of the way through the book, so I really like this book so far. I didn't realise it was going to be quite as like dystopian-y as it is. I thought it was going to be more horror. It's definitely horrifying, but it is also very like dystopia, so I love that kind of thing. The descriptions in this book are so gory and graphic. There's a lot of like social commentary in this book because obviously everything that they're describing that's happening to these humans is happening to animals in real life. There's a lot to think about and it's definitely making me question some things. There has also been some animal cruelty in this book as well, which seems to upset me more than the chopping humans up, but yeah, I was really enjoying it, and then I got to part 2 and then everything changed and I was like, oh my gosh. In all honesty, I don't think I'm going to be reading it until tomorrow, which is actually Halloween, so I'm hoping that I can finish that tomorrow and then I'll probably start Trick or Treat because it's set on Halloween, obviously the title very Halloweeny, and yeah, I think I will start that tomorrow night. Hopefully I'll film some little bits in Leeds, like maybe just what drinks I'm getting and stuff and my outfit. I am the worst person at doing vlogs ever. I filmed like one clip on Saturday night and it's now Monday evening and I've not filmed anything since. So yeah, I thought I would just show you some pictures of Halloween. I'll just like put them on the screen here just so you can actually see what I wore. You might not care, but I guess it adds to the vlog, doesn't it? So yeah, update. I finished Tender as a Flesh yesterday. Basically, the ending I didn't see coming at all and I really enjoyed it overall. I gave it a 4 out of 5. It's the kind of book where I think I'm gonna have to mull over it for a few days just to get like my actual thoughts out. Really thought-provoking. Reminds me of the like modern classics like 1984, Brave New World, that kind of thing. So yeah, finished that last night and now I've just started, well I started it today, Trick or Treat by Katrina Diamond. I think I'm only like 30 pages into that. We're a bit behind on the readathon to be fair, but whatever, we'll catch up. Hi everyone, I'm about to set off for work. I've been in work for the last couple of days. It is now the 3rd of November and I'm still only on the 3rd book of the Spooktober readathon. I'm currently on page 135, which is chapter 31. And I'm enjoying it so far. This book has a different vibe to the rest of the books because, well, I guess it would be spoilers to say, but it just feels a lot different. I don't start till 12 today, but that means that I'm working till 10. So this morning I've just been taking some Instagram pictures because I've kind of been neglecting that too. I can't find the audiobooks for any of these books that I want to read for this readathon, which is kind of annoying because I could listen to it whilst I'm at work, but the audiobook for this is booked up until the 24th of December. I'm sat in the exact same place I was yesterday in the exact same clothes. It's because I wear a uniform for work, so that's why I'm always in like a black fleece. Last night I finished work at 10. I started writing my September reviews because I'm really far behind on my reviews. I really need to do like a September October wrap-up video soon. And then I went to bed and I started reading some more of this. I feel like I'm not liking this one as much as I have liked the other books. Something really big happened in the 6th book which has had like a big impact on this one, which I thought it would do, but I'm not sure I'm like enjoying the direction that it's going in. Something about the Katrina Diamond book series is that you're often reading from the perspectives of the 2 detectives and then also sometimes a couple of other perspectives that are just like a bit random or that you're not entirely sure how they add to the story yet. But a lot of the time I really like those perspectives. In the 4th book we were following this guy called Connor and he had so many different chapters and I really liked him, but in this book we're following a guy called Jason and I'm just not that invested in him because we're not hearing a lot from him. Obviously I would still read it. I feel like it's taking me longer than with her other books as well. Like I'm not even halfway through and I've been reading this for like what, 4 days now? I'm doing the same shift again today. I'm doing a 12-10, so
I will read some on my break, read some when I get into bed.
Hi guys, I realise I've looked like an egg in like every clip of this vlog so far. I'm still here looking like an egg. So today I am doing a night shift. I'm not much further over halfway, but it is picking up a bit, and I do think I just want to get through the rest of it today, and then I can start The Last House on Needless Street. So yeah, it is picking up again. There's a lot more action in it at the minute, and when I said it was going in a direction that I didn't like, it has now suddenly swerved away from that, so that's good. Hi guys, I'm currently sat on my bedroom floor. It's now the next day. I did the night shift, finished at 7 in the morning, slept for a bit, and then I've just been out to the pub with my friends for some food, which is the lovely clip that you saw of my cheese onion pie, which was delish. This morning I finished Trick or Treat, finally. I have slightly mixed feelings about this because I didn't enjoy it as much as the other books. I think it might be because I read 2 of the books in October in preparation for reading this one. So I've read 3 from this series within a very short space of time, and I feel like I'm just a bit like bored of these characters at the minute. Not bored of them. I feel like I was just a bit not like super interested in what was going on. Do you know what I mean? So one of the detectives is Adrian Miles. I really liked his story in this book. I was a bit worried about it at the start, but I really enjoyed how the story changed for him. So we're following this case where this little boy has been kidnapped on Halloween, and I don't know, I feel like the investigation itself was a bit sidelined. It felt like there was a lot more about Imogen and Adrian's relationship. Surely when a young boy has gone missing in a book, I should care, or I should be like actually worried about if they're going to find him or what's going to happen. And in this one I didn't seem to care as much as I thought I would do. I don't know, I just felt like there wasn't enough urgency. Imogen was slightly more bothered about like other aspects of the case that were not this little boy, and it kind of felt a bit forced on us that like the main priority is finding the boy, but I like didn't believe them. I thought they were like paying way too much attention into other things. I still liked it though, and I still enjoyed it. I will still continue with the series, but I think I'm gonna give this one like a 3 out of 5 because I liked it, but I didn't love it as much as the others. Maybe it's just because I've read so many in the last like couple of weeks, so I've like got used to reading her writing style, and maybe it's just feeling a bit like repetitive, because you can pick these books up as standalone books. Like it does explain things that happened in the previous books to like make it all make sense, but it ends up reading a bit repetitive when you're reading them in such quick succession, where it's like reminding you of things that happened in past books. I'm like, yeah, I know that, I've just read it. But I suppose if you were reading it at like the time that they were all published, then you would probably love those reminders. Final thoughts: I enjoyed it, but it's not my favourite. So I'm really excited to start The Last House on Needless Street. I'm going to start it tonight, but for now I'm going to go back to bed because I've only had 4 hours sleep roughly, and I'm doing another night shift tonight and I desperately need some more sleep. So I'm going to try and have a little nap now, get up around tea time I guess, and then start my book. I feel like I'm actually kind of worried that by the time that I finish reading all these books for this video and I post this vlog, everyone's going to be like, why is she posting this video? It's like Christmas now. I'll try and get a move on. But for now, I'm going to sleep. Goodbye. I know I said I was going to sleep, but first I think I'm going to start this book because I am so excited to read it, and then I'll probably fall asleep because I am tired. Hi guys, so it is now the next day. Yesterday afternoon, I think I left you where I just started reading this book. I didn't read very much before I fell asleep, and then I basically went back to work. I read a bit of it on my break, and I've read a bit of it this morning, or this afternoon, like when I woke up. And I really love this book so far. So I'm on page 64. Basically, we're following a couple of different characters. So far we've followed 3 different perspectives. The main one seems to be this guy called Ted, who lives in this house, and he has this daughter called Lauren,
and a cat called Olivia, but things are just like a bit strange. The writing's quite vague, and I think there's quite a lot of it that the reader isn't meant to have worked out yet. There's not a lot of explanation behind what's going on here, but I'm really loving it. It's really intriguing, and I love how like creepy it is. I really like going between the different perspectives. So far I've read from Ted, Olivia the cat, which is strange but love it, and this other girl who seems to be like connected. I feel like this could be a 5-star. I know it's early to say that. I will read a lot more of this today, hopefully.
Good morning, guys. It is now the next day and I thought I would give you an update. So I managed to read up to page 155 yesterday, and I'm still loving this book so much. I love how strange it is because everything feels a little bit off. You don't know what's going on, and I feel like at some point it's just going to hit me like a ton of bricks, and I really can't wait for that. I'm just going to read a little bit of this in bed, and then hopefully I can read a big chunk of it today because I am off work. I don't really have anything to do. Also, one of the perspectives is from a cat. I don't know if I mentioned that, but she's like my favourite character. This cat is my favourite character. Hi guys, it is now the next day. I was feeling really like paranoid about this video yesterday, and I was like, oh, it's all just dead choppy. I've not talked for a certain amount of days. I don't really film a lot of things. Should I even post it? But I've already posted my Spooktober TBR, so I kind of have to post it. And I'm trying to just get into my head that this is like normal for people. People don't read super quick. I'm still getting used to the whole getting my camera out, which is kind of weird. You're gonna have to make do with like talkie clips for a while. I hope you don't mind. To be fair, I prefer that in reading vlogs anyway, like people just chatting rather than like loads of b-roll and stuff. But yeah, I know that some people want something actually interesting to watch, so hopefully I'll get better at these. I think I'm just like insecure about this video. So if you could like let me know if you actually enjoyed it, that would be really good because I need some compliments right now. Anyway, I've just basically just woken up, which is why I look like puffy and stuff. I have like washed my face, brushed my teeth, and I've just made some breakfast. So I made some eggy bread and I made some tea, and I've got a glass of water. I'm sat in front of my computer and I'm gonna have a productive day today because I'm sick of having the same things on my to-do list week after week and just not getting it done. So the first thing I'm going to do today is finally finish off my September and October book reviews because I am going to film my wrap up today because it's now the 9th of November and I've still not done a September October wrap up video, and I read like 16 books in those months, so it's going to be a big one. So yeah, I need to finish those reviews for my blog because I like post my blog post and my YouTube video together, and it helps me plan my YouTube videos to have like written it down. Then I'm going to get myself looking a bit more presentable, film the video, and that'll probably take a while, and then I'm going to edit the rest of this reading vlog. Here's an update that you actually care about. Absolutely sped through this yesterday. I'm now at page 284, so I read like what, well over 100 pages yesterday. I just kept picking it up all day. I love the whole atmosphere of this book. I love the characters. I love the mysteriousness of it. You still don't know, even at this point, and we're like quite near to the end, even at this point we're still not 100% sure what is going on. But I just love that. I have read through a couple of the like plot reveals that have helped me understand a little bit more about this book, and last night I hit one just as I put this book down because I was like, if I carry on reading, I'm just going to finish this book, and I was super tired and I wanted to get to sleep so I could like wake up early. So I'm going to finish that today as well, and then I'm going to finally start my final book for this readathon, which is Ace of Spades, and I'm super excited to read that because it is a YA thriller and it is kind of like Gossip Girl, Pretty Little Liars meets Get Out. So I feel like it'll be really, really good and very thought-provoking. But then we can wrap up this reading vlog once and for all because, oh my god, it feels like it's been going on forever. This is meant to be like an October thing, and I just feel like no one's going to want to watch this in the middle of November. But I guess people still like reading spooky-ish like thriller books at this time of year, so it's fine. I'm now going to start writing my book reviews and get my shit together. I'll probably let you know later on when I finish this book. Hi guys, it's actually much later in the day now. It's now about 10 o'clock. Oh my god, it took me so long to write those reviews. It literally took me to about 3 o'clock just to write my blog post reviews. Then I decided to film my September wrap-up video because honestly it's gonna be way too long if it was like September and October, so I've just done one, and then I went to pick up Mac from work and we've basically just had some tea and played Animal Crossing, because since the new update we've become a little bit obsessed with that again. I'm only now just getting around to finishing my book. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it before I go to sleep, and then tomorrow I'm gonna start my final book. I'll let you know my final thoughts on this book probably tomorrow, because I imagine I'm going to be really tired once I finish it. I've probably still got about 100 pages to read, so quite a lot actually. So I had better get cracking. Hi guys, so it's now the 10th of November and it's like 10 in the morning, and I finished this book last night. I feel like my mind is blown because of how clever this book was. It was so layered and in depth and perfectly wrapped up. I really loved it. I think I'm gonna give it a 5-star actually, because I can't think of anything that I didn't like about this book. I feel like this is the kind of book that if you read it the second time you would get so much more out of it as well. You don't really know what's going on for basically 3/4 of it, and when everything comes out, like I say, mind-blowing. It was written really beautifully. I loved all the different perspectives. My favourite is still Olivia. It was just fab. Like I feel like I'm just gonna keep raving about it in incoherent sentences. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but in terms of the Spooktober readathon, this was to fit the prompt like folklore, and I mean it didn't really have that. But that's fine. I basically just wanted to read this anyway, so I did just like shove it into this readathon. But my thought process was, maybe because this guy lives in like a creepy house, and because he's a recluse and he's a bit strange, that there would be some stories about him, and maybe it'd be like that creepy house that you go and like knock a door run on or something like that. But no, it wasn't really in this book. I will reread it one day, because I bet it's so interesting to see now, knowing what I know, seeing everything in a completely different light. I am now going to go into town. I'm going to go shopping because I feel like buying myself some clothes from Primark, and I'm going to start my Christmas shopping because I want to get it done early, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to start reading Ace of Spades, and that book is for my BIPOC prompt, and then this readathon will be done. Only like 2 weeks later than I thought it would be. But that is life. I hope some of you can relate to the fact that if you work full-time and you have like plans with people, sometimes reading just has to take a bit of a back seat for a bit, and that's fine. Reading doesn't have to be like a competition, it doesn't have to be a race. I know that these readathons are meant to like encourage you to read more, and they are a bit of a challenge. I did fail that challenge, but I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. 3 out of the 4 books that I've read so far have been 4-star or higher, and I've enjoyed every book, and if I'd have rushed them, maybe I wouldn't have enjoyed them. I will let you know what I think when I start reading my book. Hi guys, so it's now a couple of days later. I just thought I'd give you a bit of an update. So I'm currently on page 181, which is just at the end of part 1, and I'm really liking this book so far. It totally has Gossip Girl vibes. I really like our 2 main characters as well. I feel like they're both really like interesting, complex characters, and I'm really rooting for them already. Basically, the premise of this book is that our 2 main characters, Devon and Chiamaka, they are the only 2 black characters to go to this elite school that they go to. Chiamaka is like the most popular girl there. She's like head prefect. Devon he's not very popular or anything, but he really loves music and he's really talented at that, and he wants to apply to go to Juilliard. Basically, there's this anonymous texter called Aces who starts texting all the other students in this school secrets about our 2 main characters, and they don't really know each other that well, so they don't really know why they're being targeted. I'm really liking this so far. I'm about to go to work as I'm in my fleece. Hopefully I'll read this on my break, and yeah, I will let you know when I get to maybe like the end of part 2 or something like that. Hi guys, so it's now 2 days later, and I just wanted to let you know that I've now reached part 3 of Ace of Spades. The end of part 2 was really hard to read and just sickening and gross. It's definitely a very interesting direction that this book is going in. It touches on a lot of important issues that I think are really good to talk about in YA fiction. Both of these characters are on the LGBT spectrum. They've both got very different backgrounds, they live in very different neighbourhoods, so we're learning lots about that as well, and how that affects their experiences of being black.
and going to this private school where they're surrounded by a lot of white kids. I just think it is a really, really good book so far. I think I've probably got about 140 pages left, so I am hoping to finish this book today. Also, I really love the vibe of this book because it is very Gossip Girl in terms of the text messages that are being sent round, but it's also reminding me of Pretty Little Liars because we are seeing a very similar character to A, who is like stalking the main characters, and I just feel really, really bad for these characters. I'm rooting for them so hard, and yeah, I'm really excited to see how this book is going to end. Hi guys, so it is now a little bit later on in the day and I have just finished Ace of Spades. What a ride. This book got very scary very quickly. The thought that this could happen in real life is just horrific and sickening and gross, and it pained my heart so much to see these characters be betrayed by people that they trusted, people that they thought were kind to them. But even though it's fictionalized, it still raises some really important points about racism. There are so many quotes in this book that I really should have underlined, to be fair. So I think I'm going to give this book a 4.5 out of 5. It doesn't quite give me that 5-star feeling, and I have said I'm very stingy with my 5 stars. However, I do think this book was really, really well done. It talked about a lot of different issues, LGBT, race, there's a mention of suicide, there's drug abuse. I also really liked how this book ended. I loved the epilogue. I thought the epilogue was perfect. I loved seeing certain people get some shit handed to them. Overall, I thought this was a really, really good book. Very hard-hitting, very eye-opening, but still a lot of fun with like the Gossip Girl, Pretty Little Liars vibes, and yeah, would highly recommend. And with that, ladies and gents, this readathon is done. Today, I've just checked on my computer. Today is the 15th of November, so when did I start this? On like the 20th? A lot longer than I thought. However, I've had a really good time doing this readathon and I've read some really, really good books. So In My Dreams, A Hold a Knife was 4.75, Tender as the Flesh was 4.5, Trick or Treat was a 3, Last House on Needless Street was 5-star, and then Ace of Spades was 4.5 as well. So overall, I've read some amazing books, I've had a great time, but I am very, very excited to finally finish this video and be able to upload it. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you've made it through to the end, I am so thankful for you. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe as well, that would be amazing. And yes, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!